EA Sports coverage of the NFL takes us to the Carolinas and Bank of America Stadium here in Uptown Charlotte. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Washington Redskins and the Carolina Panthers. Here we go. The final week of the NFL season. Week 17 is underway. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
Hey, welcome to the Spring Hillers here. See if I can pick off this route.
On 1st and 10, it's Haskins. He's got his running back, Darius Geis. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34. A good safe pass there right off the bat.
That's almost a rhythm play. That's what we like to call it. Get them into rhythm early, something safe, something they're confident about, something they feel good. And once that's completed, then you just keep moving from there because the confidence elevates.
Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34. Darius Geis, his first carry of the game. The Red Sea parts, and there he goes. Touchdown, Washington. Darius Geis with touchdown number 20 on the year as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Point after, right down the middle. And that makes the score 7-0. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This fielded at the 2. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line.
So I was moving the ball last game. Let's see if I can continue to do that. Although I don't think my opponent was crazy good.
Here we go. AC data.
On 1st and 10, Bridgewater. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. 11 yards and a Panther first down. Now, Charles, what's the mindset here offensively? You gave up the touchdown pretty quickly. Would it have changed if you had gotten a stop and it would be 0-0 right now, or no?
I wouldn't think so. I think in most cases, just down a touchdown, you know, I mean, we're just getting started here. It should be a long way to go. You think to yourself, stick with the game plan, all the things you worked on in practice. But you have some teams that when they get down, their natural tendency is to aggressively strike back. And let's see if they want to get outside of the game plan we expect and try and be aggressive on their first series.
4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. First carry for Christian McCaffrey. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down.
Probably going to scramble here.
To throw is Bridgewater. That'll be caught by his tight end, Ian Thomas. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up 4th. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. This one will sail out of bounds. It'll depend on the spot here. And the side judge says that went out at the 7-yard line. The field position game, such an overlooked facet, Charles, of an NFL game. But this offense, they're going to be pinned back. What an ideal punt.
An ideal punt, and it leads to that term complementary football. Because them doing that puts their defense in a great spot, doesn't it? Gives them a chance. If they want to be aggressive, try and maybe get a safety out of this whole thing, it puts them in that position.
The last run got 9. That leaves them with 2nd and a yard. They'll run with Geis. Looking for a crease, can't find one. Stopped at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play, and now they're faced with a 3rd and 1.
After cover 2, make the look, and then add one, and then go like that, and get that left side of the deep.
On 3rd and 1, it's Haskins. And he finds McLaurin. And he works it across the 25 before being tackled. 12 yards is the pickup, and it's good for a Washington 1st down.
Not too bad, but you got to choose if you want to do it underneath or
Throwing now, Haskins on 1st down. He'll check it down to Geis. A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31.
I know it was a gain, but you have to sense probably a little bit of disappointment there because when it's out there in open space, I think they expect to get more out of a play, don't you?
Especially when you're getting it to your guy out of the backfield. You're expecting him to be able to create something, be a little more shifty.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Good open field tackling. Held it to an okay gain.
hit that ball.
To throw again on 2nd down. Haskins trying to lay one up deep. And that one almost intercepted. Call it a 50-50 ball. It falls incomplete, and now 3rd down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
3rd down. Here's Haskins.
There you go.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Marcus Davenport, he continues to wreak havoc in the offensive backfield. Sack number 16 on the year.
So thinking unless you're losing.
They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. This is fielded at the 27. 46 yards on the boot. The coverage holds him to just 3 on the return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. The first look at the NFL scoreboard comes from the Motor City. It's the Colts in that one that have grabbed the early lead. Remember to keep an eye on the ticker, of course, at the bottom of your screen for updates on that game and others around the NFL. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Just like that, a pickup of 20 on their first play from scrimmage.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. Rush coming, and he's taken down. He probably feels like he cannot get a break. He was sacked 7 times last week. And here we go again in the first quarter.
And we always talk about the internal clock of a quarterback in the pocket and how he has to have a real keen sense of it in order to get rid of the football. After being sacked 7 times last week, that clock has been sped up.
He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Troy Apke. And a big return will get him all the way down to the 35.
The good old cover 3 defense, partner. When you start playing football as a safety, that's the first thing you're taught. Middle of the field, be as deep as the deepest receiver in any zone, and break on the football when it's thrown and pick it off, just as we saw there.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now a throw right side taken in here to start this drive. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on first quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn into a bigger game. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield.
7 yards there and a 1st down. On 1st down, it's Haskins. And this is taken in for a Redskins touchdown. Terry McLaurin with a lucky number 13 touchdowns now on the year. And the Redskins are able to stretch the lead out further. Extra point splits the uprights. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
On the parts of my game that are bad, and if I work on the parts of my game that are already bad, by the time I actually have a decent team, I can play.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. On second down, McCaffrey. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down. On 3rd down, Bridgewater. And this is going to be incomplete. Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this first half.
No, not at all, and I understand why. They've looked lethargic, out of sync, and it shows on the scoreboard.
His first punt, 48 yards. This one looks equally as good. Now Austin. So a change of possession here on the punt. And it'll be Redskins football now with a 1st and 10. Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. It's been a good first half so far. They're up 14-0. Points here, that could really put them in command before intermission.
Yeah, and it's all well and good what they're seeing and how they're feeling right now.
They've got his man complete.
I even run the cover 3.
Touchdown, Washington. Terry McLaurin with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Redskins are able to stretch the lead out further. He's having a nice little first half here, partner.
And it's a first half that leaves us anticipating what can still come. I mean, 2 touchdowns already here through the 2nd quarter. There could be plenty more before this game is over.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
Doing some dots. He's a good player, so I'm assuming he'll see the screen.
This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here, or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Give him 18. It's a Carolina 1st down. And they'll get this just to the 47. 1-yard gain.
Running out of these.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
On 2nd and 9, Bridgewater looking left side. That's caught by Moore.
2nd and 9.
Okay, so now the question, how did he get that wide open?
Well, we both know that he shouldn't, because from the time they handed out scouting reports before this game, he was circled, starred, everything. Find him, cover him. But sometimes you can scheme a guy open. You put the receivers in a bunch. Maybe you move some motion. Maybe you put them on the backside of a formation, and all of a sudden you've got a better matchup. Every now and then, the offensive guys, they figure a way to get him open, even with everyone keeping eyes on him.
And that's certainly a guy they want to keep trying to scheme open. A 1st down throw for Bridgewater. Quick slant, caught by Moore. And they'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line. Give him 10 there, good enough for a Panther 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 20-yard line.
The first red zone opportunity for the Panthers thus far. 1st and 10 right at the 20. And again, it's Bridgewater. He gets it complete to Latimer. It's another 10 yards on that one and another first down.
I hate those stupid little things that hiding.
Still a few inches short of a first down as they come up now on second down. Bridgewater again. Flushed out right. He'll try and run it. And here he'll get it down to the 7. When in doubt, do it yourself as he keeps it for 3 and a first down.
Offensively, they liked their situation, so they tried to take a shot downfield, but no one was open. So it was tuck it in run time, and he picks up a first down.
Watch the pass. Watch the pass.
They'll try to run with McCaffrey. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 9. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down.
Well, it's been the air game that's taken them down on this drive before they finally turned around and handed it off on the last play.
And now they're looking for the big boys to get him in the end zone. Couldn't do it there.
It'll be interesting to see. Offensive lines had to pass block a lot on this drive. Will they be able to revert and fire out and create some space in the run?
And that will be caught by Moore. He's got a Panthers touchdown. DJ Moore, his 11th touchdown of the year, as they are now on the board here in the first half. Rosas good with the extra point, and they'll cut the lead to 21-7. Now after the touchdown, here's Rosas on to kick it away.
I just don't know what plays work and what plays don't.
This will be fielded at the 6.
Usually can do
and good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line. On the NFL scoreboard, second quarter up in Minneapolis. And it's the NFC champs, the Falcons, that have moved down to an early advantage. That'll be a game to monitor as we go along. Now a run with Geis. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And it'll bring up a 2nd and 13. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football.
And do it every single play.
A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Trey Boston. And they take possession 2 yards away from midfield at the 48-yard line. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete.
That would have been a great catch, but it's real difficult to hold on to it because it was contested all the way. Would have been a great play if he'd been able to haul that one in.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. They'll give it up to McCaffrey. Give him 4 on the ground there. They're now left with 3rd and 6.
That 2nd down play call was not to pick up the first down. It was to accomplish what they did to get them into a manageable 3rd down because they had incompletion on first down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
Let's do that.
Bridgewater.
I'm hoping that
Past the 20.
Yep.
He's got his man on the crossing route. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football. That's really good for the game of football. You get better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
Throwing on 2nd and 14. Bridgewater. And Thomas has it. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down.
And, partner, I think that was a great example that not all tight ends are created equal, because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
I like this route a lot.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game.
Develops. R1 is open and Fleur is open.
From the gun, Bridgewater. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Landon Collins. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. Well, what's the plan of attack here? Very late 2nd quarter, and look where the ball is.
Yeah, bad spot for you. But the defense has all 3 timeouts. So what you're telling your team is ball security #1. It's not all on the running backs if you decide to run the football. That offensive line has got to protect them and wedge out some space, because you can't just kneel. They take 3 timeouts. They're going to get the ball back in good field position with a chance to put points on the board. You got to try and get a 1st down and run out this 1st half.
Brought in here by Tyler Eifert. The Panthers going to use the 2nd of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the 1st half of play.
Press like that. Cover this side of the zone.
54.
Ooh,
Check,
motion.
watch 54. Watch 54. Hey,
Imagine that.
boot. Watch the boot. Hey, watch that.
I'm going to try to put him over the middle. It's not going to happen. It's kind of a good play.
Come on, D. Mike spot 4. Mike spot 4. Mike spot 4. Let's go.
3rd and 2. Now Haskins dumps it off for Geist.
That's my fault. All I had to do is not hit fit. That's ass.
A little too much extracurricular there.
When you have a game with a lot of contact, tensions are going to run pretty high. You're going to be emotional, but you have to harness it somehow, and he didn't on that play.
But he's not going to the cannon. He's realizing that a little better than
now Haskins on 1st down. Catch is made. It's Harmon.
So I need to do like this. You always get weak side.
That 1st down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7.
I'm going to bait out and then throw it towards the flat.
Here's Haskins to throw. That'll be incomplete as the clock will stop with 14 seconds remaining.
Who's hand throwing that? Not mine. The thing is, he's probably seeing something and play. I think he's got to go for it. He's in field goal range. You got to go deep.
The 22 is the line to gain here on 3rd down.
Right there, 54. Right there. 54.
Over top.
All day. Mike's 54. Go. 54. Check Mike.
Haskins going to throw again. And that's incomplete. Clock stops with 10 seconds left. Now on comes the Washington field goal unit. It'll come from the right hash. It's a 47-yard attempt.
Oh, my God.
And this is not going to be anywhere close. No good. Way wide to the left. And this score will stay right where it is. So an empty possession there. What do you think went wrong, Charles?
Well, it looked like maybe the plant leg might have given way just a little. And when that happens, guys have a tendency to pull through the ball to compensate. And in doing so, sent this one off target.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. You know, in our research packet this week, prepping for the game, so many articles from the local beat writer about the offensive struggles of this team and what will they do this offseason. What do you think they'll do?
Well, number one, they'll turn to their self-scouting report. And every team that's any good does this. They have outside groups. Check out their team, scout them, and tell you who can play, who can't play, and reasons why. Some of it may just be health. They have to get some guys healthy and back out on the field. But overall, evaluate this squad and make the changes that you need to.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. This is McCaffrey on the give. And again, he's going to be stopped up right at the line of scrimmage. Calling no gain on the run there, and now they'll be looking at a third down.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the third quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
I'm looking for football.
Bridgewater. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
I'm going to do this.
Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. They were able to get the ball back here, didn't surrender any points. Now they look to add to that lead.
How about the boost the defense gave them? Going right out on the field, shutting them down, not giving up any points, and turning the ball back over. They want to do their part now and show them a little respect and some gratitude by scoring some points.
And to get a little more cushion. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5.
I want this. I want underneath. I want him to throw that.
Again, they run. Again, it's Geis. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball, protect this lead, give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. Now here's a pass on first down that's knocked away and incomplete. The intended receiver, Tavon Austin, but it's going to be 2nd down.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on first down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on first down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up 2nd down.
This guy can probably run man consistently and efficiently, but I always run man with someone in coverage. Well, that's my user.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
Someone I tried to beat.
Now a handoff. Geis going right. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. It's a first down for the Redskins on a pickup of 11.
Yeah, another good run there. He's been such a big part of their success here this afternoon. And that last carry, it puts him over 100 yards now for the day.
This is what I'm going to do. Pick my play. I'm going to blitz my strong side linebacker.
Now after the run by Geis, here's 1st and 10.
QB contain.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And very little there. He might have gotten a yard. Yeah, I think he got a yard to the 41.
Technically, he's not around.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat. And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man.
But I want to keep it close. So we'll see if that can happen.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
There we go. He's going to run. Wow.
Now Haskins to throw on 2nd down. Throwing middle, but it's incomplete. His big tight end, Tyler Eifert, the intended receiver. And that takes us from 2nd to 3rd down.
I think you put just a little bit too much heat on that one. When you throw it to the outside, you do have to be careful because you got to keep it away from the defender. But you also have to give your own guy a chance, too.
Cloud coverage with the blitz like that.
If they want a first, they need to get the football to the 32 here on third down.
Mike 54. Mike 54.
And then I got the rush if he does it.
Check, watch 54, watch 54.
From the gun, Haskins on third down. Able to find his running back, Geis. And they'll get him down at the 34, and he's going to be short of the first by a few yards. That was play number 7 on this drive, and it got him 7 yards. So out comes a field goal team now for the second time here today. On the left hash, officially it's called a 51-yard attempt. And his kick here is good. And that will extend their lead even further. So he missed that field goal earlier, but he says not this time. Able to knock it through, give his guys 3.
I like his poise. I like his confidence, his belief in himself. Sometimes when you miss that first one,
I really want to
you'll see a lot of guys sag, and they can't make the next one. Not in this case. Stepped right up like a pro.
Pro, pistol are good ones to run out of. Gun has a couple good, depending on which package you're
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive.
But
and the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means they're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12.
Still going to rush. Big open hole.
They stay on the ground. McCaffrey again. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. Call it no gain there, and now they're looking at a 3rd and 13.
Brings up 3rd and 13.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Here's Bridgewater. And almost picked off. I guess the good news for them now, it's 4th down.
They went with the dime look that time on defense, just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
And he gets it away, a directional kick going toward the sideline. And the punt over the side in the air, and the spot will be inside the 35.
That's good. Big nickel. This guy.
Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good.
A big seam, and he might go all the way. Touchdown, Washington. Terry McLaurin with his 3rd touchdown of the game, number 15 on the year. And the Redskins are able to stretch the lead out further. Extra point right down the middle. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
I think that's how it works.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
I hope.
This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
The Panthers have the first. It's a gain of 12. They'll run it now out of the gun.
Take it.
And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42.
Like a run, decent, no huddle. If it's even allowed in the league.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5 at the 42-yard line.
All right, let's try to bait this.
Here we go, D. Get off the field.
There'll be a lot of crossing.
2nd and 5 now. Bridgewater.
Yes.
And that going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's 3rd down. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held in check on the scoreboard. And now the third down throw incomplete as well.
Third down.
It's always a goal, and it's really nice defensively when you can rally to the football and make sure there's enough contact to force an incompletion.
Force an incompletion and force another punt. First kick, 47. This one looks good as well.
What?
Great blocking on the return. It springs him for 25. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. They start on the ground with Geis. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. Give the Redskins 13 there on a first down.
And that's the big fella's MO right there. Running through tackles, keeping the sticks moving forward. This defense, if you don't bring 11 guys to the ball to try and get him on the ground, he's going to keep making runs like that. I feel the press box shaking every time he touches the rock.
Back to the ground on first. It's Geis. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. It'll go as a pickup of 14 and a Washington first down.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the fourth as it was way back in the first, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
A run on first down, but it's not going to get him much, maybe a yard, and that's all. Defensively, a solid response after giving up back-to-back first downs. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
I can't believe they let you play. 54.
Geis. And an alley to run. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. 12 yards is the pickup, and it's good for a Washington first down.
He's still rumbling, isn't he? Still looking fresh in this one despite the heavy workload. But you and I both know, well-conditioned, and he did tell us that he thrives on being at his peak late in ball games.
Check Mike 54. Mike 54. It's been a long day for you.
Which opens up.
On first down, this is Geis. He's got the first down inside the 10th. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Washington. Darius Geis, his 21st touchdown of the season, as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. Point after, right down the middle. And the lead will swell by one more. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This fielded at the 2. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line.
There's not a chance. There's plausible chances that I could get to the playoffs. But there's not a chance that I'm going to playoff.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And right now these guys, they're shuffling a little bit, maybe doubting, because 3 straight drives have ended with them punting the football away.
Yeah, so you start pointing fingers at each other a little bit, asking a lot of questions. What are you seeing? What are you getting? Maybe trying to narrow down your playbook a little bit and maybe get simpler rather than more complex in order to try and fashion together a drive.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Bridgewater. 8 yards that time, able to take off, and the result is a first down.
Looks to me, partner, like he's learned a little bit, because earlier in the game, I think he was trying to force a lot of throws into some windows that just weren't open.
Yeah, the interceptions had plagued him, especially his second interception, really a bad throw. So maybe a better decision there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. I think he learned from earlier in the game, and he's applying it now.
That's it.
One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means they have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. 6 yards to pick up, and that's a first down.
Yeah, they really needed to get something going, didn't they? They had punted on the last 2 possessions. The running game starting to come to the front for them, providing a nice pickup there to keep this drive going.
And he's got the hook up to Moore. And they'll get this just to the 47, 1-yard gain.
It's better than negative.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
On the ground, McCaffrey.
This drive is turning into an extended one, and the guy carrying the ball, he's becoming more like a body blows guy. Every carry is putting some damage on the defense. So after a while, I'm not too sure how many guys are going to want to run up and tackle him.
The Panthers on 3rd down. They've struggled to the tune of 2 for 8 so far. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation.
Hey, check Mike. Watch it, you five.
Here we go. Mike 5-5. Mike 5-5. You go night.
Boy, and now they can't even get a play off.
He's going to separate. That sucked.
That's going to set him back 5 yards.
He's trying to do curl on the outside.
Bad time to get a delay of game penalty there. Not that there's a good time, but that makes it 3rd and 6.
Mike 55. Check 55. Mike.
I don't even know why
Is what I wanted to do.
Check your hot read.
From the shotgun, it's Bridgewater. Gets this to his running back. It's Christian McCaffrey. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. Now Bridgewater on 4th down. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th. 4th down, trailing in the 4th quarter. They felt compelled to go for it, and they got it.
Well, I'd look down at my play sheet, and what I would find, plays have been successful throughout the game.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. You never want to give up a sack. From the O-line's perspective, they hate it for several reasons, especially because they felt like they let little brother down back there in the pocket.
Oh, no doubt. They have a ton of pride, and they go into every job wanting to keep that guy clean. They want that uniform with no grass stains, no dirt, nothing on it, but it's really, really difficult. You're talking about some terrific athletes who are trying to put him on the ground.
It's a game of 5.
I need to rest because I got to go deep.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. They had the catch on 2nd down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at 3rd down here.
I'm going to do this.
So it's Panther football as we welcome you back. They face a 3rd down now as they try to find a late score. Out of the gun, Bridgewater. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Off the edge, the sack by Matt Ioannidis.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. Bridgewater to throw for it on 4th. He's going to let it fly.
No way.
And they will not be able to hook up there. It's incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And the Redskins defense going to take over on the turnover on downs. Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. And the drive begins with a run by Geis. He's got a 1st down and then some inside the 40. First play of the drive, a success, 19 yards.
Brendan, every great running backs coach I've talked with has always talked about when you have great vision, you're not consciously thinking about your cuts and your moves, you're just doing them. And I think that's what we're seeing tonight. He's about to run them into submission, hasn't he?
You took the words right out of my mouth. I was just going to use that phrase. He has run them into submission.
Wave the white flag.
I don't know if those games on the bottom are actually live, but the league are playing currently, or they just are randomly throughout the
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Perfect. I gotta go do homework.
Clock counting down toward 40 seconds as they take the knee.
It's a loss of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 37-yard line.
Ready, set. 54. Mike, 54. Hey, come on, oh, come on, oh. Now.
And they take a knee.
Just hurry up and take a play, dude. Come on. Get his game moved. That would have skipped all 12 of those seconds.
So hail to the Redskins as they get the victory here. And it was their defense that really made the statement after the break. They pitched the second half shutout.
Yeah, think about the team that just got vanquished. They did score in the second quarter. Do you think they thought at all that that would be their last points of the game?
No, but what a second half.